Amazing.
That is football.
Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 2 preview between the Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots. Let's start with the Cardinals in this game, and you look at the receivers, and they talk about football being a game of matchups, and it really is. It's what it all boils down to. You look at the big wide receivers of Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd. Put those guys on the interior. Let those slot guys operate on the outside this week. Why? It creates favorable matchups against the safeties for the Arizona Cardinals. I think they can have some success throwing the football. And you look at the running game. That's going to be paramount for Cobb's success this week. Get the running game going. Allow him to operate off play action and balance. That way he can be effective in getting that football out of his hand quickly. And you also want to move the pocket for Kevin Cobb. Let's not forget, he is an athletic guy. Move the pocket a little bit, allow him to throw on a run. Again, it lets him get that football out of his hands very quickly. And you look at the defense side of the football, you always want to stay on the interior of the tight ends. You don't want to allow these guys inside release. And when people ask, what does that mean? That's telling people that you don't want to give yourself in that much of a range to cover. You want to make sure he has to go over you and the quarterback has to be as accurate going above you. So don't give up inside release. Stay on his inside, wall him off, and you can have some success in stopping the two tight ends. And also, I love the exotic looks you guys did last week versus the New England Patriots. Versus the Seattle Seahawks. Do that again. Stay exotic with your coverages, and that way you can fool Tom Brady in getting some interceptions. And you want to have a minimum of 4 stops per half. If you can get 4 stops, I think the offense can do a great job in putting points on the board against the Patriots. X factor in this ball game, again, has to be the Cardinals tight ends. They got to find a way to get those guys involved in the ball game. Now you look at the Patriots in this matchup. I actually like what I saw last week from the ground game. Very impressed. That balance right there is what kills team, and they can get that going. It's a dangerous team moving forward. And you want to run downhill at the Arizona Cardinals. You don't want to be in a situation where you're running off tackle. The Cardinals have a lot of speed sideline to sideline. Run downhill, force them to be strong at the point of attack. And one more thing offensively, that means the biggest matchup is Ryan Wendell versus nose tackle Dan Williams. Wendell has to win that battle throughout the course of this ball game. And you look at the defensive side of the football. One thing that was impressive, you should never allow a slant from Kevin Cobb. You know that's where he wants to go with the football. He wants to try to get that football out of his hands quickly. He is a surgeon throwing slants and quick outs. You want to eliminate those passes, and that's going to give him the chance to hold that football long and allow you guys to get to him and get sacks. And you want to win on first down defensively. That goes without saying. Stopping the run, putting the Cardinals in 3rd and long situations bodes well for your chances. Now you look at the X factor, the linebackers versus the quick passing game. I just talked about it. If those talented linebackers that the Patriots have can do a great job of shutting down a short passing game, the Patriots have a legitimate chance of getting the Cardinals off the field often and getting the ball back for that talented offense. Now let's take a look at some positional breakdowns in this ball game. When you look at the quarterback situation, you easily have to give it to New England. Tom Brady's one of the best that ever done it. Running backs, I think they're even. I like the tandem of backs that the Patriots have, and also like what the Cardinals have in the backfield. I give the edge to receivers to the Cardinals. I love their receivers, young and old. Not calling Larry Fitzgerald old, but he's older than the younger guys on the roster. Tight ends obviously go to New England, and I think they're even on both sides of the line of scrimmage. The linebackers are even. Secondary vastly underrated out there in Arizona, and I think they're also even on the special team. So this is an even matchup when you look at it in the trenches and also on the defensive side of the football. So the Cardinals really do have a chance. So when you look at this ball game, again, another game that will be closer than what people think. The Cardinals are not a bad football team. If they can get consistent play from the quarterback, they could easily pull off the upset. But I'm going with New England to come out, play some dominant football. I think they're going to win a very close game. May come down to a field goal at home.